It upsets me every time
Hello,
that you don't
everyone.
talk like an owl.
What?
Oh.
What? What?
Do you expect people to count like the owl literally every time they count to 3?
Yes.
We're talking like a 1.
You have to go
two.
backward.
Okay,
What?
but still.
Yes.
That's not how the owl talks, Becca. You suck at talking like owl.
That's how the owl talks.
We're so good at starting things.
I'm gonna just
Usually-
continue
yeah.
rolling.
Hello everyone, the internet, everyone who watches our YouTube video.
Meaning like us.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, us.
Future John, please check to see if you need to do laundry and plan ahead. Don't just,
Well, you should
that's all.
tell future Laura to make sure she does laundry.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
Hey
that's-
John, hey future John. Yeah, you who is listening right now. Please go listen to the last episode of Evron Renewed so Laura can talk to you about it.
Okay. We had to wait
So
for
that's
his
the thing.
response. Alright.
Oh yeah. Oh, thank you, future John.
Future John, that was rude, Future John. Don't say
Oh
that.
my God, future
I can't
John.
believe you said
Go to
that.
10.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
He's going through a lot, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured. Hi, future Rebecca.
I probably won't watch it.
Oh. Hi, future.
It's like, this is absolute trash. I will never watch it. I am too good for your pitiful recordings, she says.
She's like this. If it's not Critical Role, then fuck. That's what Becca says. I heard her cuss like that.
I am watching Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. So
Isn't
You
that
are
like a
wrong.
movie?
that's why I'm watching it.
Okay, but like you don't continue like you watched it.
No, I am watching it. I was watching it before we started.
Well,
and I
okay.
have not
So,
finished
so again, just because this intro is already beautiful, technically, you're not watching it. You have watched some of it, and you
Yeah.
will watch more. And now you're just playing it to be sassy.
Yep.
I went to hit play and it played like a tenth of a second and stopped.
Good.
It knows.
Even Pride and Prejudice and Zombie know to not give in to you.
That's true. It's interrupting D&D.
You're
Oh my
interrupting
God.
me.
Almost as
I'm
much
doing
as we
no
are.
such thing. Almost.
Alright,
And
what?
by almost, I mean like not anywhere near. But yeah. So D&D.
Yay! Dungeons
Yeah.
and Dragons.
Yeah.
Dungeons
Remember
and
when we played
Dragons and
that?
Dragons.
It's a role-playing game about narrative storytelling. Let's play it, guys.
Alright.
Sounds
I really like
cool.
Stories.
Let's have fun with our friends,
Yeah.
like each other.
Nope, none of you are my friends.
Oh, alright.
Alrighty then. So, I think maybe the group is just dealing with some stuff, you know. Most notably, the horrific death of a friend of theirs in the story last time. Dun dun dun.
Oh.
Yeah. So, as we remember, both current and future selves, probably, unless he's completely forgotten, the party decided, after embarking from Port Nyanzaru out into the jungles of Chult, to, well, basically try and abduct somebody from a 12-ish man entourage. Specifically, by Lucius's request, the apparent leader of this group. Which led to some combat, and some stabbing, And, well, the death of arguably the, I don't know, least terrible member of the party.
I take offense to that.
He said arguably, so
Arguably, yeah.
You're
You're welcome to argue. But, yeah, so Tree Hugger, the Firbolg Druid, is no longer with us. And having been routed in that encounter and driven back to hide in the jungles, the group decided to withdraw to Port Nine Zaru and, well, figure out what's next. Maybe find some more help for their next venture into the jungles. Maybe, well, engage in whatever preparation that they can. And so it is back in Port Nyanzaru after kind of watching the sunset and contemplating lots of things that we pick up with the group. So, is there anything that you guys wanted to do the evening of your return?
Cry over tree hugger stuff.
Well, I don't have any gold, so I guess no.
Yeah, me either.
Okay. Yeah, so if nobody has anything they'd like to do, are you guys like all flat broke? Like, can you afford a room for the night?
I think I have like 3 gold.
I have nothing.
I can afford a room for the night.
Yeah, I have
I still have
3
money.
gold.
Okay.
How did you guys even start with money? I start with like no money.
I bought my things and
Oh.
I rolled well on my. How much gold I started with?
Oh my god, you and you guys when you're rolling.
Mhm.
I gambled some of my gold away.
It's true.
I just didn't start.
And you ask why?
Well, I was trying to make more gold. I don't know how to get more gold. It's
Why
not
do you need
like
gold in a jungle?
Well, let's go work at the local fast food
to buy
restaurant.
supplies. How long are we gonna be staying in town? Maybe I can get a job.
I mean, that's up to you guys. You can decide how long you'd like to stay in town.
I think we discussed this already, and we decided not to stay in town because of, like, dying things.
There is that. People are wasting away by the day.
I just want to buy some more rations.
Okay.
How much do rations cost?
Let's see. I have a list of such things that might come in handy. Rations, 1 day, 5 silver pieces.
I will buy 10 rations is 5 gold.
Correct.
I will buy 10 more rations.
What do you
Okay.
need rations for? Aren't we gonna supply food otherwise? Other ways?
I hope so, but I'm not sure.
How much gold do you have?
How much do torches cost?
Let us see. 1 torch is 1 copper piece.
I'm gonna buy 10 torches.
Okay, so that would be 1 silver.
Okay.
Miss Moneybags over here.
I know, right? Okay. Any other shopping anybody would like to do while we're at that part?
How much is a day's ration?
5 silver.
I'll buy 2.
Okay.
Cause I don't have a lot of gold, but you know, emergency rations.
That's fair.
Now I only
Okay.
have 2 gold.
All right. So shopping being taken care of. I know there had been some discussion about perhaps going back to see one of your merchant prince friends about I don't know, recruiting. Is that still a thing? Okay.
Who was the one who talked to that guy the most? Oh, it was Treehugger, wasn't it?
I feel like
I don't think I
Joel
talked to him like at all. I was like snotty to him.
Oh, what a shock! I feel like Lucius did a fair bit of talking to.
We have a party of introverts now, and Cyrene.
Yep. And me.
I guess you get to go talk to him.
Oh, great.
It's not that Fib is scared to talk to people, she just hates talking to people.
I think you could probably have just said she hates people.
You know
I
what?
mean-
I'll go talk to him then. That's fine.
I think I'm gonna find rooms for them.
Okay.
Are there more hotels that like one is appropriate and one is inappropriate?
I
Like
mean, how?
that one city.
Oh, like in the homebrew campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like the Thundering Lizard is about the worst you'll really find, at least as far as places you'd actually be able to rent a room for anything, you know, vaguely sleep adjacent. But yeah, so there's the Thundering Lizard, which is the place you stayed before. It's kind of raucous, lots of drunks and whatnot, loud music and all that. Or there is Kaya's House of Repose, which is a little more upscale, but probably a little more expensive as well. So
Is there a restaurant that's open all night? Or just really any kind of public place?
sure, I mean, like you could find that at the Thundering Lizard, or you could just wander around and find something else if you wanted to.
Yeah, I would like to just go to sleep at some random place, but like tucked away in a corner, because I don't want to
Okay.
pay for a hotel.
Okay. All right. Cool. Let's see. How do we want to handle this? Make a.
Stealth.
It's not really stealth though. I think it's like a charisma check because you're trying to act like, you know, you belong here, and even in your sleep somehow, you know, you've only been passed out for a few minutes, and so you'll be fine.
Well, I only need to do it for 4 hours.
There is that. Oh, and there's also the fact that you're not so much sleeping as you're like trancing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I could just find like a yoga studio.
Yeah, I mean, like
My
realistically,
routine, leave me alone.
yeah, realistically, any place with a roof, you could just, you know, find a little corner, and you know, I don't even think you need to make a check. I think
Woohoo.
you're able to find a spot and just kind of sit and zone out for 4 hours.
Nice.
Yeah. So, was this conversation with one of the merchant princes going to happen like late this evening, or do you guys want to make that happen tomorrow?
When did we get back?
You got back in the evening,
Was it dark?
and it was like dusk.
Would I have had time to walk there, talk to the prince, and then get back by dark?
Iffy.
I'll do it. I'll go there
Okay.
tonight.
All right. So the only merchant prince whose house you've been to is Wakanga, who just happened to have another one, Jobal, over last time you visited. So I guess you make your way back to Wakanga's place, and you know, walk through the merchant's ward, and I think the guard there probably recognizes you. At least, you know, lets you kind of come in, and you hear the magically emanating music once again, kind of just echoing through this this large foyer kind of situation as you wait for him. And the guard goes off, fetches Wakanga, who comes down from an upstairs like balcony sort of situation that was just out of sight, and he says, "Back so soon?"
Yes, unfortunately. We ran into a little issue and lost one of our party members.
My condolences, though I must say it is something of a relief, seeing only one of you here. Oh, the mind goes to dark places.
Well, we are currently looking for another one, and I figured with you being pretty knowledgeable of the people around here, and utilizing your contacts, maybe you could, point us in the right direction. You could point us in the right direction to find somebody.
Let me speak to my friend Jobal. He is more versed in these things. Are you still staying at the Thundering Lizard?
Well, it is getting late out. I was wondering if I couldn't possibly stay here for the night.
Make a persuasion check.
That's fine.
Are you at like a temple?
No, he's
No,
at the
he's-
merchant
guy's
prince
house.
house. Are you
Oh.
reading Lord of the Rings again?
No,
Right, just making sure.
I am gazing at it. That's right on my bed.
He says, "I am afraid this is not the most ideal place for you to take your rest for the evening. I think you should be with the rest of your party and work through the loss that you suffered out in the jungles. Besides, well, there are many things that I still have to do tonight that certainly wouldn't be conducive to having a guest over."
Okay. I guess I will come back tomorrow and bring the rest of my group.
It sounds reasonable enough. He thinks for a moment and says, "Come back a little after breakfast. By then I should have time to get in touch with Jabal and see what he thinks."
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, I assume just goodbyes and...
Yeah.
Okay. So, anything else before crashing out for the evening?
Is there a temple to my goddess here?
There is not. There are there are a few temples, but most of them to more mainstream deities within the Forgotten Realms. We're talking about like Joaquin, god of mercantilism, or I believe there's a temple of Gond, and there were a couple more, but none of them really even in the same kind of realm as your particular deity.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get a room at the Thundering Lizard and, like, kind of set up a mini shrine. And... yeah. Just... cry over Treehugger's death and seek comfort.
Okay.
I'll take a room there as well. Just go to bed.
All right.
Are there any performers in the Thundering Lizard tonight?
Oh yeah, there's a performer, at least one performer in the Thundering Lizard, like every night.
Oh, you know what? I should try to get a job performer.
She said as she was zoned out in the corner of some pub somewhere.
That's why I need my meditation, so that
Ah.
I can think of these things.
Yeah. Okay.
Once my 4 hours are up, that's what I'm gonna try to do. I gotta
Okay.
make some gold.
Yeah.
What's my room cost?
It is 5 silver for the night.
Guess what mine costs?
A lack of very peaceful sleep.
Whatever. There's not much that matters more than.
Okay, so if that's it for the evening, then sorry, Fib wants to go and basically try to find a gig.
Yeah.
Okay, make an investigation check.
You know what? Can I have? Because I'm gonna end up crashing with Fib because I've got nothing. So can I go with you? I'm gonna
Yeah.
offer my magical prowess.
Yes, you
Okay.
may.
Cool. So I'll assist.
Okay, so all right. So like to clarify though, for Lucius spending the night like basically just hanging out with Fib at the pub, like you're probably not going to get a long rest out of it.
That's fine.
God, did you learn nothing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean,
Can I get advantage since he's helping me look?
Sure.
It just rolls with it though, right?
Yeah, unless you change something, yes.
That was
Hey.
good that I had advantage.
Yeah. All right. So, you look around town, at least this part of Port Ninezaru, and while you don't find any immediate openings, you do come across a couple of leads for basically if you can commit to being in town at a certain time, you could book something in the future. Like, you have to remember, at this point, it's probably pushing midnight, and you're looking around just like, could I play at your place? So,
Well,
unfortunately, a little slow on the draw for that one, but possibly later. I'd say you open up a few future opportunities.
I mean, I'll make those commitments, and if I don't show up, what are they gonna do?
Okay. All right. So we'll say in like 2 weeks, you are scheduled to play this little like hole in the wall place just down the road from the Thundering Lizard.
Okay. I'm gonna write it down so that I remember.
Okay.
Well, if only getting a music gig was that easy, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's the thing. You getting the first gig is easy. Getting return bookings, like repeat bookings, that's the challenge.
Yeah, so you better show up.
I can always just move to a different city.
Fib's like out in the jungle. We just go
Yeah,
back to
there's-
the booking guy at the club. He's like, "She'll never work in this town again."
There
Joke's
are
on
no
you, I'm
other
gonna.
towns.
Joke's on you, I'm gonna die in this jungle anyway.
I'm gonna go play for the dangerous snakes and the man-eating alligators. Whatever.
Exactly.
All right.
Hey, if I
Um,
played for the monsters and they gave me like food and stuff, that'd be fine.
I mean, you might be provided with food. I don't know if they're giving it to you. You know?
Well, yeah, that's what I meant.
Like, I'm talking about you eating them. Is that what you're talking about?
As
Yeah,
long
she'll-
as
she'll
I
play
get
music
food.
for them and then eat them.
Yeah, that fits because Bard.
It's
Right,
true.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what.
I play the music
more
for
like-
them, and they die
yeah.
from the music.
Right.
Nom 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 nom.
It's more like playing music at them, right?
Yeah.
Right, right.
Okay. So Fib gets a booking. Lucius gets not a lot of rest. Yeah. So like, let me see here. Yeah, I think you're not gonna be able to get a long rest out of this. So Lucius is feeling a little rough in the morning. You know, a little sleep deprived, whatever. Everybody else though, you do gain the benefits of a long rest, and the morning is yours. And I assume there's been some way of communicating to everybody that you're, you know, going to go meet up with Wakanga and all that stuff. But was there anything else you guys wanted to do today before that?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm just gonna continue to decompose.
Okay. Noted.
That is kind of sad that we couldn't even like bury you. We had to just leave you there.
Just.
I
out
mean,
there.
he's in the jungle. He's probably pretty
Right.
He's
taken
happy.
over at this point.
Yeah.
He's returned to the earth.
Oh, I don't think that's how quickly it goes.
I
Well,
mean,
I'm
the
in the
animals
process.
ate him and then pooped him out.
Yeah, I'm
Jesus,
decomposing
It's been
as
like 8
fast-
hours.
I'm
It
doing
only
this as
takes
fast
6
as I
hours
can.
to digest for a human.
You know, let's go to Wakanga.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah, so I think you guys head back over to Wakanga's place, and as is kind of the drill by now, you know, you're let in, and as you stand there kind of listening to the basically the Chilton equivalent of elevator music that just seems to be emanating from nowhere, and get like faint wafting of certain herbal smells down the hallway from deeper in the house. Wakanga emerges from behind the same curtain that he had been behind the first time you came and visited. And he says, "Welcome, friends. I hope you slept well being back in the port." He kind of looks over the group and kind of pauses, looking at Lucius like, "What the fuck happened to you?"
I just shrug.
And he says, "I am sorry to hear about your loss out in the jungles. Though, as I told your friend, I can at least take solace in the fact that the rest of you were able to make it back safely. But let us not dwell on the negative. I was able to speak with Jobal, and he says that there may be a few adventurers in town that may share your goals. I hope this is not too much, too presumptuous of me, but knowing that you're staying at the Thundering Lizard, I took the liberty of requesting he send people to call on you there, and, well, I'm not the one to decide who is the best fit for your group, and so I suppose when you meet them, you'll be able to work things out for yourselves." And looks around. Is this acceptable?
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, do you happen to know of anyone who's looking to hire somebody of my talents? I'm looking to get a little bit of money so that I can resupply accordingly.
Let's see. He says, I've gleaned that you have arcane gifts. Do you have any knowledge of enchanting or potion making or anything along those lines?
I don't know.
So, I mean, like, do you have any proficiencies that would lend themselves to that?
Yes, I can translate things. I know Infernal, Abyssal, and Primordial, if he has anything that needs to be translated.
Okay.
When will these people be coming here? To the
To the Thundering Lizard.
yeah, the Thundering Lizard.
He
You know?
says, yeah, he says, I told Jobal not to have them visit too early, so I would expect them in the afternoon.
Okay.
Austin, what's your character's name?
Or
Thorv.
Thorv and Fib can talk shit about other people in Undercommon.
Sounds good.
Another thing I can do is I could just do general research. I'm a researcher background. So, if he has
He's-
books that he needs info or from,
Okay. He says, I can think of a few places that may have use for such skills. One more profitable than the other. Both are temples here in Port Nyanzaru. One to Savras, the deity of knowledge, learning. The other, the temple of Joaquin. At Joaquin's temple, I would imagine you could readily find someone to contract with for your services and perhaps make a bit of a profit. Temple of Savras, I believe you may find the means a bit more humble, but they may be willing to at least provide a roof over your head.
can I just say, every time you say Joaquin, I think of Joaquin Phoenix, and I just imagine like a obsessed fans like temple to him. So,
I keep thinking of Wakanda.
that too, yeah. But sorry, I just wanted to put that into the world. So
Yeah.
Lucius. I also know quite a few languages, so I can come with you to assist.
sure, anything will help.
Okay.
Wait, is this happening like right now?
Good question. What's the plan? So, like, basically, I would think it's probably like 9:30, 10 in the morning. So you got like a couple hours before people possibly start showing up.
Yeah, I want to go see what I can drum up for even for a couple hours.
Well, yeah, we can see if we can bring, some of these stuff with us.
Yeah,
Oh, what is it that you're translating?
Don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah, they have no idea. They're basically just standing on the street corner, like, "We'll translate for gold."
Okay, I'll join them.
Well, actually, if we're gonna stand on the street corner,
We'll need a
You-
team name.
well, no, you throw a hat down, and you play some music, and I'll put on a show with my hummingbird.
I don't have a hat. I just have this scarf that Siren Ray gave me, and that's not her name. I don't know what it is. But
You're close.
Sireni.
Oh, is
Um,
it E? Because I thought it was A before.
It's Sireni.
okay, I'm gonna always think it's Siren Ray. So I'll try, but you know how I am with names.
That's why on Wednesday I have a collapsible hat.
Oh.
This is
Well,
legit why on Wednesday
What?
I have a collapsible hat.
Anyway,
Alright. Oh, for the coins. Okay.
Mhm.
I thought you were saying because your name is confusing.
I'll just take a hood, like one of the black hood that I was wearing before, and kind of open it up and like set it down, and I'll say, "All right, play."
Alright. Dun 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 dun. I play real good.
Are you just gonna play and not translate? Because
Yeah, I'll play. I'm playing my.
I'm just gonna try this while we're. I figured if you're looking, we can at least try to use talents to get something.
Yeah, I have the proficiency with mine, so I get probably a boost to that.
okay, yeah,
I
yeah.
get +2. I'm gonna play this guy. Oh, I thought that would post it. Sure. I think that's how I do it.
3
Okay.
plus 0 plus 2.
I don't know what those numbers are for. I assume, okay, 3 obviously charisma, and then plus proficiency. I don't know what the 0 is from.
I don't fucking know, but 21 is fine. Okay. And then is Lucius like you're just basically putting on like a little light show or whatever?
Well,
as...
what I'm doing is like I'm having like basically doing a magic show with the hummingbird. So it'll
Okay.
fly at me and I'll like swing my hand at it and it'll disappear and then it'll appear behind me, you know.
And my
Okay.
music. Sorry, I thought you were done.
Oh, I was just to say, and then I can press the digitation to throw like sparks as it does it, and you know, just little shit.
Okay.
And my music like complements it. Like when it disappears for a second, it plays like a.
Yeah.
the music equivalent of a gasp.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So Lucius, go ahead and make a performance check.
All right.
Ah! Lucius, goddamn!
I'm sorry.
So like you've got this great musical performance going on, but then like Lucius's performance is kind of like the equivalent of like the dude holding up 2 fingers and then like a fist on the other side and like banging his hands together. And now there's 1 finger up in this hand and 1 in the other hand. Magic.
Oh god, and Fib keeps shooting Lucius dirty looks. Like, you are messing up my goddamn performance.
Okay.
I'm surprised you don't just tell him to stop.
Oh, he's his own person.
All right. So
In the meantime,
yeah.
I will turn to Thorb and be like, well, do you want to come help me translate things to earn a little money, or do you have other skills, or...
Sure, I'll go with you and do that. They don't seem to be accomplishing much here.
Is there one you would prefer?
It doesn't matter to me.
I guess I will go to the closest one.
Okay. The closest temple.
Yeah, that he
Okay.
mentioned.
Okay.
Not just any little temple.
Yeah. Okay. So, let's see. Where is the closest one?
Here, I can answer difficult questions.
Always.
Yep.
Okay, so the Temple of Savras is pretty close. It's like right down the road from Wakanga's place.
Okay. Which one is that?
That is the Temple of the Deity of Knowledge and Learning. They would probably trade like room and board for some help, working through their documents and stuff. Nothing too flashy, but yeah. And I'm trying to remember. Did you all visit with Grandfather Zatembe?
think so.
Okay, so this is the same building that you guys met him in. And so the two of you who are going to look into work here are greeted by one of the young acolytes that you had seen kind of just tending to general business around here. And you're directed pretty quickly to Grandfather Zatembe once again, who is pleasant enough. And yeah, so
I was wondering if I would get paid more because I know some unusual languages.
it's possible. I mean, so like, how are you going to pitch this whole thing to Zatembe?
I'd probably. Well, we went. I guess I'm assuming we're meeting him. I'd probably be like, "Hi, we're just looking to save a little bit of money while we're in town, or make a little bit to help us in our supplies and such while we're in the jungle. Me and Thorv here know quite a few languages in between us two, so we're wondering if you needed any help in translating or things of that nature."
He says, well, there are a number of ancient texts that remain yet undeciphered, mostly due to the small nature of the temple here in Port Nyanzaru. I suppose if you could help out with those, we could at least provide dormitories and perhaps food while you're in town. And go ahead.
That would be great.
Right. And let's see. This is so I pardon me for prying, but did you not have someone in your group who could attend to your needs of food and drink? I seem to recall that conversation taking place here last I saw you.
Tears spring to her eyes, and she's just like, "Well, we have other needs in the jungle besides food and water, like, bug spray and torches. But when our party member has sadly passed away."
He was stupid.
I kind of like half-heartedly smack Thorv.
Yeah, you see Zatembe's gaze soften a bit, and he places a hand on your shoulder and says, was it the one that called me friend?
She just nods quietly.
He, keeping the one hand on your shoulder, reaches down to his holy symbol and clutches it, says a quick prayer over you and the group, your endeavors as a whole, and says, the jungle and creatures in it can be beautiful and terrible. It's a hard lesson, but I pray to Savras that it only makes you stronger. He kind of makes a sign over you. She gathers some, like benediction or something to that effect, and says, well, come this way. Let me show you the texts. And we kind of like fade out as, you guys get to work. So, our buskers, our street performers,
If we don't get anything after like 10 minutes, I'm just gonna fucking give up.
Okay, so here's what happens. Fib is like killing it with the dulcimer. Yeah. And then Lucius is trying, and after 10 minutes or so, he kind of like turns around and it's like, okay, this obviously isn't working, and you see him like just walk off, and there were like a couple of people who were watching, and as Lucius turns and walks away, you hear one of them kind of poke, like jab the other one with his elbow and say, "Oh, thank God!" And you hear the jingling of a few coins landing in the.
Yes.
That's fine. I'm going to the higher risk place. Joaquin or whatever it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you want to go and try and peddle your translation services then?
Well, I'm gonna go and try to peddle whatever services they want. I'll fucking kill somebody. I don't care.
Fuck. Okay.
I need money and I need food. So.
Desperation sets in.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Wouldn't be the first time.
How much gold did I get?
You would have gotten like, we'll say 2 gold.
Yes! That's almost doubling my gold.
Okay. Let's see here. Alright, so Lucius, you end up traveling most of the way across town. But there's not really ever any risk of losing your way, as the place you are on your way to, the Hall of Gold, is, well, it's easy to tell where it got its name. It is a gleaming gold building on top of a hill in the western part of the city. And as you make your way up the steps and toward this massive domed temple, you end up having to kind of force your way through what is basically the medieval equivalent of a traffic jam. I mean, there are lines of wagons and pedestrians and just everything. And as you force your way through to what's basically the courtyard in front of the temple, you see standing there, speaking to the throngs of people from like a second or third floor balcony, is looks like probably a middle-aged Chultan woman, long dark hair, kind of like we'll say like mocha complexion, and she is seeming to just finish up some sort of speech or possibly sermon or something to that effect. And you watch as she raises her arms, and a pair of robed individuals on either side of her, just a couple steps behind, step forward and begin tossing silver and copper coins over the balcony into the massive, like, pulsing crowd of people that are assembled below.
They're just throwing money.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, shit. Is there a way to get inside and get up there?
So, I mean, you could... Basically, you're down toward the back of this crowd. You can try and muscle through.
Yeah, that ain't gonna
That's an
happen.
option.
Nah.
Okay.
I'm not strong.
I mean, you know, it's... I shouldn't say muscle. Like, you could squeeze or whatever. I mean, anything you have at your disposal to make your way up there. I'm you know, open to ideas. It's D&D, man.
Gotcha. Yeah, you know what? I'll see if I can just, you know, wiggle my way through, being that I'm small and kind of dexterous.
What race are you?
I am a tiefling,
Oh,
but
I
I have
forgot.
I'm like the build of an elf. Though, like, I'm really skinny,
Would you say you're slender?
very slender. I actually look like
So-
I'm starving at this point.
Gee, wonder why that would be.
Is that because
Um,
you're starving?
So, yeah, go ahead and give me... I don't know, let's just call it a dex check.
God damn it.
Alright, so no, you're like pretty soundly boxed out by the the crowd as they're just like scrambling in toward the coins as they're like rattling down to the ground, and maybe like a single copper piece kind of manages to roll through the trampling feet and like bounce off your toe. But I think
I'll
that's
take
about all you.
I'll take
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Can buy
How-
a slice of bread.
How far away is the lady?
So like basically 2 stories up, but then we'll say like 200 feet across the rest of the courtyard.
Oh, damn. So is there a way I could? So is it just wall to wall people all the way around her? I want to see if I can get within 100. I think it's 120 feet. Yeah, if I can get within 120 feet.
Yeah, I mean you could finesse it. I mean, you know, people being distracted by like scrambling for the money and stuff. You could get to that longer kind of range. That's fine.
Okay, so I'm gonna get within distance and cast message at the lady.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say, my name is Lucius. I am a man of a few talents, and would like to look for employment with you. You may reply.
She says, interesting. A man inquires about employment without me being able to even see his face. Though, and I mean, she's probably running way over, but whatever. Fuck it. She says, meet me inside. They'll know to let you in.
Alright, I'm gonna try to see if I can squeeze my way through. Well, actually, you know what? No, I'm going to use, I'm gonna use thaumaturgy and just cause the ground in front of me to just quake, and hopefully it'll shake people out of the way.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think there are a few people who are kind of scared out of the path, at least enough that you can work your way through.
Yeah, it's... Alright, cool. And I'm just gonna try to make my way up to the doorway.
All right. So yeah, you are, you know, you walk into the temple and you can see inside there are a number of, you know, what look like standard kind of clergy folk doing what clergy folk do, tending to candles and incense and basically straightening up the place. But there are also like basically so okay. You know what it looks like when you go and cash in your chips at a casino? Like there's the cage, but there's like, it's kind of like a ghetto gas station, right? There's like a little opening that you can... It's like that sort of situation. And you see there are other members of the clergy back there. But standing at the far end of the temple are a couple of armed guards, one on either side of a massive set of golden double doors, which slowly begin to open. And filtering in first are a couple of robed individuals, much like those that you've seen working all around, followed by a couple of guards, followed by the woman that you saw up on the balcony. She kind of stands there with her little entourage. You see a couple more guards, a couple more acolytes or priests or whatever they might be coming in behind her as well. And she just sort of stands there surveying the temple, doing her best to look impressive. And just, kind of visibly posturing a bit.
I will try to put on like my best kind of humble face. And just have Stratos on my shoulder, and just kind of, not as non-threateningly as I can approach.
Okay. And so you see, like, the closer you get, the more all eyes kind of tend to be on you, right? Like, you can sense everybody just honing in on you as you close the distance here. And as one of the guards steps up to like block your passage, the woman says, "And are you the man with no face?"
Yes. And at this point, my hood would have been down. I would have put. And I would say, "Yes, Lucius, at your service."
And tell me, Lucius, what skills do you have that you would offer them to me in my service?
Well, I am at least a little magically inclined. I'm very good at translating any spells or anything of that sort. I know quite a few archaic languages, and I also have an eye for researching things.
She kind of furrows her brow and says, "Oh, I haven't much need for scholars in the traditional sense. There may be some contracting work available with some of the more affluent worshippers here at the hall, but there's no telling the next time one of them will be in. Tend to keep their own unique schedules. But tell me, you say you have some magical gifts. Do you fancy yourself an adventurer?"
I do.
She says, "There are a number of, shall we say, out-of-town worshippers that have been known to swing by Port Nyanzaru from time to time that, well, as any good worshipper of Joaquin knows, there is good sense in the opportunistic pursuit of business. Many of them seek trophies, souvenirs, relics, if you will, bits of Chultan history that they can take home to Waterdeep or Baldur's Gate and place in some cabinet or over the mantle somewhere. They're willing to pay quite the finder's fee. And being patrons of the hall itself, I'm inclined to assist them in whatever ways I can. Someone with your set of skills may be able to make quite the living finding, retrieving these bits of lost civilization.
Yes, I would love to get more information about that, and then I'm gonna clear my throat, but I'm going to cast message and say, I'm also adept at combat as well.
Okay, so to clarify, are you basically saying I'll kill a motherfucker if you want me to?
Yeah.
Don't you still have to talk for message?
What?
You like say it very quietly?
No. Message is...
Am I thinking of sending?
Yes, sending is you have to cast it. Message is just you have to make a noise.
Okay. It says you whisper a message.
It does say that the target, and only the target, hears the message.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's that.
okay.
So
That's
his
fair.
mouth might
But
move
can
without.
yeah, can someone read his lips though? The plot
Gasp.
thickens.
I don't know.
Oh shit.
Well, anyway, yeah. So you mentioned that, and she says, I believe you'll have plenty of use for your talents in the treasure hunting field.
And I'll just nod.
Seems- Yeah. Okay. She says, if you are willing to take me up on this offer, I will, of course, provide you a small advance. Though there is some amount of paperwork associated.
Of course. Well, as long as my current group of adventurers, I suppose, that I'm part of, are up for it, I'm definitely up for collecting some treasure.
Excellent. Well, she snaps her finger, and immediately one of the priest types kind of steps forward with basically the equivalent of a big accordion folder kind of thing, and begins
A folder.
pulling out reams of paperwork that you guys, we kind of fade out, and
So
which
being
just spends the next
the
go ahead.
person that I am reading every last fine print.
Okay.
So he's probably gonna be late.
Yes, I'm gonna definitely be late.
We're
Okay.
gonna talk
But we-
shit about you.
Yeah,
That's
but when the
entirely
time
fine.
comes, I will at least head back. I'm assuming Thor will head back, and I'll just be like, we'll be back later. We have some
Yep.
errands to run.
I also head back.
Yeah. No, I'm staying where I am. Getting this
Okay.
done.
Yeah, so I mean, being thorough and kind of taking your time reading through everything. I'm not gonna have you make. It's above board. It's very very in depth. um, kind of like maybe another one of the regular patrons of the Hall of Gold might be a lawyer or something, and maybe that was part of their contribution to Joaquin's temple, is handling all of the nitty-gritty paperwork type stuff. But it is at its core the deal that you discussed. Essentially, the stipulations are just you find old Chilton relics. Basically, bring them whatever relics you can find, and if upon furnishing them to the temple, any of them are sold, you receive a portion of the profits from the transaction.
Gotcha.
How
Okay.
large of a portion?
Here it would be 10%.
That's not a very big portion.
I'll agree to it anyway.
Okay. Cool. And yeah, so I mean that's all going on in the background. In the meantime, everyone else regroups.
We go back to the thundering whatever lizard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dragon.
Yep.
Lizard?
Lizard.
Lizard.
Okay, I wrote down dragon. I thought I tricked. Well,
Yeah,
I did
no,
trick
it's-
myself.
It is the Thundering Lizard, so named after the many thundering lizards that inhabit the streets and jungles of Chult.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, so you guys get back, grab some lunch. I assume everybody is kind of informed of what everyone else was doing, unless you'd like to withhold anything. But yeah, eventually, once you're all kind of settled in, well, somebody comes walking into the Thundering Lizard, intent on finding a group very much resembling yours.
Is that my cue?
That is your cue.
Okay. So yeah, you see a really tall. He's 7 feet tall. He's got a. Well, if you see that image I drew on the screen, that's who you see come in. Someone who looks exactly like Treehugger comes in.
Did you just tree hugger again, or?
And this person looks at you guys and says, "My friends," and kind of walks towards you with a big grin on his face.
Hello.
Where have you been? I've forgotten. I remember you. I remember my friends, but I don't know. I am confused. Where have I been? Where have you been?
What?
They
You are
said
my
you
friends,
died.
aren't you?
Yeah, but I was told you died.
What, are you here?
Oh yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking later.
I mean, a little later,
Oh,
not
okay, my bad.
yeah.
Like that, they said you died.
Who said I died?
I turned towards Fib.
What's happening right now?
I don't remember was it you or?
Yeah,
I thought it was you.
Viv was very surprised. So how did you make it out of there then?
I don't remember. You have to tell me.
Well, you died.
You see me die?
I thought so.
How do you know I am dead? I'm here. I can't
Yes.
come back, right? Because of curse.
Yes,
so what,
how did you
what happened?
get here is my question.
I don't remember. What was the last thing you see me do?
Die.
Who killed me? What killed me?
That assassin we were going after?
You know his name?
No. Do we know his name?
You did not know his name.
We didn't know who it was, but we had a poorly laid plan.
So I died because poorly laid plan.
I hope
Indeed.
Treehugger.
Oh. Well, where were you?
Treehugger kind of cautiously hugs you back. It's not really what you would expect from a guy like Treehugger, who has hug in the name. It's kind of a cautious, uneasy hug. Oh, okay.
Alright,
yes.
young man, where did you come? Where did you wake up somewhere and...
You're cutting out. I can't understand you.
Hang on.
Bye.
Okay, well, try again.
Okay.
Young man, where did you come from right before you were here?
I came from outside. From outside tavern.
Yes, before that, where were you?
I have no memory of before. A few minutes ago.
Alright.
So, as you're kind of standing there, pretty confused, Treehugger sort of melts away and reforms as another Firbolg, but this guy has really tight braids pulled back into a ponytail. He's got the same skin coloration. His beard is again tight and braided and very organized, and there's a bunch of little teeth and bones weaved in instead of just trees and flowers and such. He's a little shorter and much more wiry than Treehugger. Treehugger is very bulky and thick, whereas this guy is a lot thinner and more got that wiry strength going on. And then he says, "I am sorry for lying to you. I am not Treehugger. I am Treehugger's old friend and partner. I needed to know what you thought of Treehugger before I reveal myself to you."
When he transforms, I say, "Eat!" and jump back.
I'm sorry, I'm not a
'cause-
hugger. Treehugger was up.
Right. But Fib stands up and picks up her quarterstaff. And who are you and what are you doing?
Civilized folks call me Scorn. I believe it is because I often look at civilized folks with much scorn. So it is the name I go by. I was Treehugger's other half. I kept him balanced and he kept me balanced. I saw things, saw problems that he never saw, and he saw joy that I never saw. So we kept each other balanced. But Treehugger ran ahead. He got too excited and just left me behind. So I am here to... Well, I guess now I am here to avenge him, but I was trying to catch up with him and keep him safe, keep him alive. And I was told by, what's the guy's name? Jojen?
Jabal?
Jabal. Jojen's from Game of Thrones. Jabal, I was told by Jabal that, you were his companions. He placed his trust in you, and I'm here to see if he was a fool for doing so. But I'm also here to carry on his quest, his journey. I'm sorry for deceiving you, but
You chose a bad way to introduce yourself.
Treehugger would have said the same. And I look.
Treehugger sounds wiser than you are.
Treehugger was wise in a different way than I am. I acknowledge his strength, but I do not deny his weaknesses either. Much as he did for me. Where is his body? I wish to give him a proper farewell.
We were in the middle of a battle and we had to leave it behind.
Okay. So, what happened in this battle? Why you need to attack this assassin? This. He is a terrible man, I assume.
Yes, very terrible. So are you going to join us on our quests, or are you just going to interrogate us?
I already told you. If you were listening, you would know I am here to fulfill what Treehugger began. He and I were meant to do this together, but now I must do it alone, or rather, with you.
Well, there's another one of our party members who's not here. He was supposed to be here. You know where he is? Bib?
No. He played poorly, so he left me.
Huh. He'll show up here eventually. If you're a friend of Treehuggers, yeah. You should come along.
Thank you, small blue one. What is your name?
Oh, I'm Sirenny.
Sirenny. Very well. I regret to inform you, Sirenny, as I said before, I am not much of Hugger. You seem like bright personality that get along with someone like Treehugger. I am not this type of person, but I will be loyal to you so long as you are loyal to Treehugger.
Yeah. I met him on the road, on the way in here.
And you, Fib, you were loyal to Treehugger?
Indeed.
I kind of look at Sirenny for confirmation of this. Like, I just look at her. If she doesn't respond, that's fine.
Yeah, she doesn't have a yes or no on her face.
Fib has been scowling at... what's his name?
Scorn.
Fib has been scowling at Scorn since he changed how he looks.
Oh, he's been shooting daggers right back at her. He doesn't. He just. No.
The party came together weren't formed for very long.
I see.
Yes, Treehugger didn't deceive us ever, but I guess things have to change sometimes.
Yes, this is something that is true of all things in nature or otherwise. Change.
Yes.
Well, are you leaving to... What is your plan at this point?
Well, it's pretty late today. Probably sleep in town. I don't know if you need any supplies. And then set off tomorrow morning? Is that good?
If
I turn towards Fib and Thorv.
Well, I thought we were planning on leaving today.
Well, I don't want... Well... How many more hours are left in daylight, Eric?
You're probably looking at like 5 or 6.
Well,
We can start on the road.
well, once we find Lucius.
Tell me, are you soft folk who refuse to sleep outside of a bed and a roof? I don't mean to be insulting, I just need to know what kind of accommodations you expect.
Well, there aren't any houses in the jungle. At least, not too many. I don't think. They found one.
So you are prepared to sleep outdoors and weather the environment?
Oh, yeah. I bought a bedroll. Okay.
So, sort of. Okay, good enough. What about you, tall one? What is your name, Fib, you say?
Mm-hmm.
You're one to talk about deception. Your name is little word for deception.
My name is Fibblestib. Some people can't pronounce it properly, so they say it shorter.
Oh, I didn't know that. Fibblestib?
Fibblestib,
Fibblestib? Fibblestib.
yes.
Very well, acquaintance, Fibblestick.
Fibblestib Shadowcloak.
Fibblestib Shadowcloak, my new acquaintance. Okay.
Yes,
And
acquaintance.
your name, you are Thorv?
I am.
Okay. Hello, Thorv.
Hello.
You have issue with me like Fibblestib Shadowcloak have?
Nope.
Excellent.
I was friend of Treehugger, but I think you and I will get along much better.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you this, Scorn. Are you the soft one who needs a full 8 hours of sleep every night when you go unconscious and aren't aware of your surroundings?
Yes.
Hmm.
Life is all balance, Fibblestib Shadowcloak. Where is this other companion you speak of, the late one?
Conveniently enough.
Oh, there he is.
Which one?
Wait.
One with horns?
One with horns. What color are you?
White-ish.
Okay.
A white tiefling?
Well, I'm not like bright white. I'm like a white guy with a tan, basically. I'm not.
What?
Yeah. I'm not like.
Oh.
You're a
Tieflings can look like-
colored tiefling.
No, like I'm like your human color. I just have horns.
Psh. Lame.
Okay.
You there, former friend of Treehugger.
Yeah.
Yes, you. My name's Scorn. I am Treehugger's old partner. I'm here to fulfill his quest. I have made acquaintance with your other companions. We are acquaintances now.
My name is Lucius.
Lucius, very well. Is this shortened version or is this your full name?
That's
I
my
don't want
first
to be-
name.
Very well, I don't want to be questioned for my ability to pronounce a name. And I glare at Fib.
She just keeps her expression.
Ah, I see you've made friends with Fib already.
No, Treehugger makes friends. Scorn makes acquaintance.
Fair point.
Okay, let's go. And I walk out the door.
I will turn around and follow him.
Yep, I'll go after them.
I'll follow and be like, are you guys going to find our guide?
You have guide?
I was wondering if anybody was going to mention that.
Fib waits long enough that they are inconvenienced by it and then follows them out.
I don't think we wait at all anyway, so you're just waiting, waiting of your own accord.
I'm assuming me and Thor are like trying to scurry because everyone else is taller than us.
I mean, we're not unreasonable. I'll let you keep up. I'm not gonna, like, power walk to keep out of your reach.
Are you
So
gonna
wait,
find our
where's-
guide?
Yeah, where's guide? What do you need guide for? Who's this guide? You can just say you tell me about the guide. You don't have to-
Yeah.
Our
Yeah,
guide is
okay.
Azaka.
Ah, Azaka.
Yes.
She was friends with Treehugger too?
You could say that.
Then I will be sure to make acquaintance of her.
Treehugger was friends with everyone he met.
I know it was one of his greatest flaws and greatest strengths as well.
I'm gonna head back to the temple where I was at earlier and meet you at Osaka's place.
Okay.
Which
do-
you totally know where it is, by the way.
Didn't we like have
Yeah.
to send note there or something?
Let's see.
Didn't
What were
one of
the-
us
the
know?
dis- Sure. Well, I mean, it's not a big deal. So, like, sure, you guys are able to get a hold of us.
Alright.
Okay. I scurry my way over to the temple and be like, we're heading out today, so, I guess don't expect me to come back later today.
All right, and yeah, Grandfather Zatembe just says, "Yes, be safe, child."
Can I get, like, a little bit of food for, like, on the road right now?
Yeah, sure. So, like, basically, we'll say that, you know, you don't have to like burn a ration for today.
When I find people, I'll give them some food.
Okay.
I'll give
Um,
Thor food first because he...
I'd have gone with you.
Okay,
There you go.
we got food and brought some back.
Cool. Alright, so, in the meantime, you guys group up with Azaka, who, is kind of leery of the new acquaintance, but, you know, ultimately she is,
That's
she's-
alright. Scorn is leery of literally everyone you meet. so-
It's true. So, I mean, in their own weird way, they get. um, but yeah, I mean, Azaka is ultimately happy as long as she's got, you know, people who are willing to, you know, follow through on the deal that was made, which is her services for some assistance in retrieving a mask at some point. So, all that being done, you guys having some food and having a guide, you guys have like, say, like half a day that you can travel before it gets dark. So, yeah, you guys just heading straight out.
Yep.
Wait, where are we headed? Same place we were trying to go before, or?
Are we
Well.
gonna take a different route?
That's a good question. What do you guys want to do?
Throw up the map?
Yeah.
Oh no, are we gonna lose all our amazing artwork?
No, it'll still be there.
no!
Oh, perfect.
Oh. So did I didn't get a signing bonus with them, did I?
Yeah, I mean, you would have gotten an advance, which is, you would have gotten, we'll say 15 gold.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna buy some rations. I'm gonna buy a bunch of shit. I didn't realize I had 15 gold. All right.
You're pretty much rich.
Yeah, I need some rations for sure.
Okay. So they're 5 silver apiece, so just, you know, mark down whatever you're doing there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Let's go with. I'll get 10. So that'd be 5 gold, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna save the other 10 gold.
Okay. Cool.
So last time we were heading towards... Where were we? Is this where he died? Is this what this is?
Hold on, I'm just now moving back over to that map from looking at other stuff.
If I recall correctly, we made it a grand total of 1 hex.
You did.
Oh god.
What's the skull and crossbones then? I mean,
Where's a Oh,
Azako is willing to tell you that that's a dangerous part of the jungle.
let's go there.
Let's go there. That sounds fun.
No.
I can handle it.
She says that is where the dead walk.
Ooh, okay, let's go.
Yeah, you
The
can
dead?
handle some
were
zombies.
we heading towards Camp Righteous or Firefinger?
I thought we were
you-
headed
you-
towards Umbala.
Yeah, so you were basically going down the Soshin Star.
Okay,
The river, yeah.
so technically towards Camp Righteous first.
Yeah.
Technically, yes.
Right. I mean, I don't see why we shouldn't try again, right?
Hmm.
Or try the first time.
Okay.
He would like to, like, he brings it up. He's like, I would like to see him off if you know where he died.
I do. I know exactly where he died.
I would like to say goodbye to my friend.
Alright.
Is it wise to return to that place?
I don't see why not. I mean, they're probably gone.
They were on the move before, so
Or they left a trap behind.
we can search for traps first.
Okay, you guys can go first.
That's
I
a
mean,
good
I'll
idea.
take you to the general area, and I'll pull out my navigator tools and navigate.
Okay.
And
So
I specifically marked this spot too.
okay.
I
So
do remember that. I listened to the episode.
yeah, this is true. So since it didn't actually take like the full day to reach the place where this this combat encounter happened, we'll say that if you guys travel until dark, you're able to reach that exact location. Just as the sun is kind of giving off its last rays through the I mean, it's not super overgrown here yet, so really just like over the peaks of the Mistcliff Mountains. Yeah, so you come around this bend in the Soshin Star, just really as it's beginning to narrow into a river rather than this little branch of the Bay of Chult. And yeah, so I know there was something about people wanting to look for traps or
Yeah, I'm
Something
on the
along those
lookout
lines?
for anything out of the ordinary before I even get close to his body.
Yep, yeah, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
go in front.
Okay.
I will search.
Okay, so somebody go ahead and make a perception check with advantage, as we do have assistance going on here.
I got it.
Oh,
Well,
Ooh.
damn. Okay. So yeah, you look around, kind of peek through the foliage around here, and you see. Well, there are a couple of basically clouds of insects, like swarms of insects. One kind of buzzing around a bush a little bit away from the river. The other crawling all over what you readily recognize as the fallen body of your longtime friend, or in your case, acquaintance, Treehugger.
No, Treehugger was Scorn's friend.
That's fair. And in addition to that, you notice that there is a torn scrap of paper that seems to be stuck to the body with a small, fine-pointed dagger.
So I say to everyone, you see that note stuck to his body? You have that there before? I doubt it.
I'm gonna send Stratos down to get the note.
Okay. Yeah, that's easy enough. So the hummingbird returns with this scrap of paper, and
Puny bird is useful, I see.
Oh, he can do much more than that.
Very well.
taking it from Stratos, you see one simple sentence scrawled on the paper. It says, "Let this be a lesson."
As rude as heck.
Yeah. Can I have this note?
Yeah.
And he folds it up and sticks it inside his, his belt or his pouch or wherever he's got storage. And someday you will show me who this assassin was, and I will get revenge for my friend. I only need to recover one thing from his corpse. And please wait here. And he walks over and he just takes there's a sort of necklace around Treehugger's neck that he takes off, and it's just this little druidic, necklace. It's got all kinds of feathers and whatnot, but it's got a big old owl talon on the bottom of the necklace, and he takes that off and walks back, and he says, "It is getting late. Perhaps we set up camp for the night somewhere nearby. Maybe not this close. This is a good idea, you think?"
Yeah.
I just need a few moments alone, if it is no trouble.
It's no trouble.
Okay. Everyone's like, no, we're gonna watch it all the time. But he just, off on his own, he sets up just a little, not tombstone necessarily, but just a little, couple sticks in the ground, like forming a little X, and he keeps the druidic focus, but he's just kind of saying a prayer to nature and to speaking out to his tribe back home, and apologizing for not keeping up with Treehugger and keeping him safe, and he just sort of says goodbye. And when he walks back over to the group, you can see he's been crying. He's got tears just staining his skin, and his red eyes are very red. And he doesn't speak of it at all. He just sort of goes somewhere and starts, gets ready. So, yeah.
All right. So, the evening upon you. How are you handling this sleeping arrangement? Of watches or anything along those lines?
Can keep an eye out.
I
Yep.
can take half the night for a watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can take a couple hours, but
I will.
Scorn climbs up a tree to sleep in, so he goes up there and constructs half a hammock out of rope just to make sure he doesn't fall, but he's up in the trees to keep an eye out and to sleep.
Okay.
I will be awake at dawn, so I can take the time around then to watch.
You know what? I'm gonna climb up the tree too, or try to.
Okay, so, like, for Scorn, this is probably pretty normal practice. For Lucius,
Yep.
not so much. So let's go ahead and get an athletics check.
I like that you're just like, you want to look cool or something. Just go up the tree with him, like, no big deal.
Yeah,
Oh
when,
boy.
when really he's like kind of awkwardly trying to brace himself on a branch, and it takes him like 3 or 4 like.
See, and this is where Treehugger would have been like, "I will help you, friend," but Scorn just shakes his head and rolls his eyes.
Well, this second edition copy of The Hobbit is worth $120. Or $175.
How did you get 120 and 175?
I don't know.
How does she get Felix and Keth mixed up?
Oh, callback. There's a deep cut no one else is gonna understand.
Yeah, none of our listeners.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Except yourself.
Sorry, listeners. When the Wikipedia gets started, you'll understand.
Of our other the Wikipedia of our other campaign.
Yeah, it's a whole connected universe. You'll see. We're planning it very carefully. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Just
definitely.
have patience.
Yeah.
Just someone else do this wiki, please.
Oh yeah. Poor Laura. Not it. Finger
Not
on
it.
those.
Tim.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah. I'm sure Tim will do that.
Well, he's not playing D&D on Sunday nights.
Yeah. He's sleeping.
So-
Anyway, Jesus Christ. That one was all Becca's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think Lucius is getting up a tree
it was
anytime
Laura's
soon.
fault.
Okay,
Whose
but that's
fault
your
is it
fault.
now?
So let's keep going.
I am taking the Dawn Watch, so...
The what? Oh, the Dawn Watch. Oh my god!
Nice. She's taking the
What?
Dawn Guard. Haha!
Ah.
Guess what, Laura? Guess what reference that was?
Oh god.
Why would you post that?
I was gonna say something about it, but then we started joking about other things. My
Okay,
point
so
is
all of our listeners, Laura just posted in chat a picture of yoga like workout shorts that just say "You are precious" on them.
yeah, but it's like the Gollum precious.
And now I need to be excused for a minute.
But if you go
What?
to the
For
Hey.
what?
So that I can purchase these shorts.
Oh, okay.
No, if you go to the page, there are a bunch of like, I don't know, boxer underwear. I don't know what you call
Oh
them.
god.
Guys, we can't do this.
Oh, yeah.
Underwear. Leather guy.
Guys, we don't have a sponsorship deal yet. We can't just be pushing people's products. Slow game, all right? It's
Okay, well
just
go
one thing at a time.
go and rate us on iTunes.
Where we totally are.
Oh god.
Okay.
Are we a part of a network yet? I don't think so.
We're part of the
And check out these other shows from the network that we're definitely a part of.
Yeah.
Curse of Strahd.
That's not a. I mean, yeah, that network.
No,
That's a
the other-
placeholder network.
That's the
right?
other show on the network.
Oh, okay, yeah. Gotcha.
So he's up a tree.
So,
This
so
one
Scorn's up
wasn't
a tree.
my fault.
Scorn's up a tree. Lucius is not up a tree.
Fizz is gonna
Cyrene-
just. Oh, sorry.
Cyrene is slaying vampires.
What?
You don't get the reference.
Ah, got her again.
So.
All
we
right.
need
Well,
one more
Fib
person to unlock.
is.
I'll take
Fib
the
is
first
just
one.
sitting. at the base of the tree and with her arms crossed and her legs folded, and she looks a bit sassy.
Imagine that.
Well, I mean, Fib should take the first 4 hours because
Yeah,
I'm
Fib
assuming
could do
Dawn's
that.
the last. Yeah. So then we just need someone in between Fib and.
I'm just
I'll take
picturing.
the
Fib-
nice
Wait.
one.
Someone in between Fib and what? Fib can
Me.
take half of the watch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
see what you
can't
mean.
take
'Cause
half
You
the
can
watch,
only
though.
take 2 hours.
Yeah.
I kind of feel bad for any elves that gotta do this meditation thing, because everyone else is just sleeping and you're like awake for 4 hours, like, yo, can we go, please?
Yeah.
That would suck. It's not like you
Mhm.
have like video games or whatever.
She can read.
Yeah,
A book.
no phone.
Just check. She can check her
can't afford a
fantasy
book.
Facebook.
I
You need to get
can't
a
afford-
fantasy Facebook.
I can't
Yeah.
afford a fantasy smartphone.
It's okay.
You can make,
Elves
you
are
can
just.
make wood carvings to sell.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
I have that skill.
Elves are just perpetually the first one up at the sleepover.
Ugh,
Yeah.
you're actually the person I don't understand.
Anyway, so glad we got that worked out. No checks necessary. Just wanted to get it worked out.
Oh my god.
Wait, can I just say, I imagine Fib during her trance just has this sassy smirk on her face the whole time. For like 4 hours, she's got this little, I know shit that you don't know kind of look,
I'm
you know?
meditating on my enemy's demise.
Yeah. It's just like so insufferable, but like
Yeah.
absolutely Fib. Yeah.
But there's nothing you can do about it.
Right, yeah. You just have to watch and be like, God damn it. Like,
Yeah. Oh my god. These books, they're the 3 of them. They're $850.
why? What are you
Really, though.
doing?
It's
Like,
not my fault we're getting distracted, she says.
You're right. You're
Look
right.
at
Alright.
this, she says.
I didn't say look at it, I'm just pointing it out. Alright, let's go, let's play D&D.
Yeah, D&D.
Yeah.
But these
Hooray.
books, they're $850 million.
Why are they Why are they $850?
It's just tempting us to ask follow-up questions. Don't do it. Whoever does it, I swear to God, I
Well,
won't give you a good berry. That's all.
I said let's play D&D, and you guys complained about my thing. Let's play D&D.
Let's play D&D.
Yeah, let's play D&D. So, next morning rolls around. Lucius, you lose your exhaustion that you would have gotten from the lack of long rest.
Congratulations.
So you're now back to normal. You're not zombie tired
Yay.
anymore. And yeah, everybody else, you get your long rest stuff, although you probably already had it character sheet wise. So now that we are getting back into unknown territory,
What's your
Oh, I'm scared.
survival?
Who's survival?
Not yours.
Wow.
Scorns.
His is also is 5.
Okay.
so
I've only changed a
Um,
few things, to be honest. But he
Alright.
is different.
So let's see. With
Clearly.
Zaka helping, you guys will have advantage on your check.
Hooray.
And you said a +5.
Yes, I did.
So. Alright.
I hear ominous clicking right now, and I'm scared.
Okay. So you continue on following the River Ocean Star as it cuts a little bit deeper into the peninsula of Chilt. Traveling for a couple of hours.
Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to do.
Too late.
In the morning, I wanted to see if I can find a tall tree that will go above the tops of the other trees.
You gonna try and Assassin's Creed this shit? Look at the
I'm
reference
looking
to-
at Assassin's Creed merch right now.
Why? We're playing
not.
D&D right now.
I mean,
I
you,
need to do something while I play, otherwise I don't pay attention.
Fair enough.
you could always ask me. I can send my work.
Somebody on our Patreon, please get that that girl a fidget cube.
which we totally have.
Yep, exactly.
Please.
You can do a cross stitch like I am.
All right. So what is Cyrano doing?
I want to find the tallest tree and try to climb up it to feel the breeze in the sky.
Please be careful.
Okay. Make an athletics check.
Oh god.
Please don't die.
Whew, good job.
All right. Yeah.
Ooh.
You climb a tall tree and feel the breeze and smell the salty ocean air as it blows in from the Bay of Chult.
I
and,
enjoy it.
Scorn is very impressed by this tree climbing. You climb tree almost as good as Tree Hugger.
I've had a lot of practice.
Very good. And then he looks at Lucius like, you don't though, like, but he doesn't say.
He just kind of like,
Yeah, like raises his eyebrows, kind of thing.
Oh,
send my
Scorn.
Touche, touche.
Okay. So, yeah, you continue following this ocean star for a bit, traveling for a couple hours before you see something kind of like washed up on the riverbank on the same side that a lot of you are currently traversing. And I mean, at first it looks pretty standard, right? You know, you've like probably I don't know, it almost looks like a manatee or something that's kind of just washed up and clearly unmoving. Yeah, probably long gone front.
Did you say a manatee?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
And then you see that there is, in fact, a little bit of movement. And you see, kind of flitting around the frame of this bulky creature. Well, shapes. I'd like everybody to go ahead and make a perception check.
oh no.
Hey, I finally rolled something decent.
Fuck.
Yeah, does everybody.
Okay.
Well, a 12 isn't great.
Yeah, so
Ah,
So these are not like uncommon creatures. So I think everybody is able to see enough to recognize that up ahead, this body, whatever it is currently covered in sturges. These nasty, like
What's that?
they're like somewhere between a bat and a mosquito.
I definitely put
sounds
on
cute.
insect stuff.
How
upon
do I
seeing them
spell
and
that?
Remembering that I need to put on insect stuff.
Yep, I'm gonna put
Wait, I
some
found
stuff
it.
on too.
Okay.
Oh no, it's not very cute. I thought it was gonna be cute.
Insect stuff applied.
Okay. And so, yeah, seeing this up ahead, how would you like to proceed?
I mean, we can
Let's
just
not fight it.
avoid them. Just walk into the woods like 20 feet that way. And go around.
Alright.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get a group stealth check.
John, if you fail this.
Aha!
Oh my god.
That's why I was laughing. I knew it was coming.
See, I have a
I did the
negative
best.
2 with disadvantage on my spells, and I
Yeah.
still rolled.
Yeah, Thor, are
7.
you disadvantaged too? I'm assuming you got that good armor.
Yeah, I'm very sneaky too.
You guys. You didn't do good.
You didn't do great either.
I did
I
fine.
was super sneaky.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was!
Oh wait. Yeah, you were.
How dare you take this away from me?
I was looking at Thorb.
Oh, okay.
So apropos to nothing at all, what do you guys think the marching order might have been in this scenario?
I mean, Scorn was probably near the front because he's the one who's kind of scouting and keeping an eye on things. So
I
I
was
think-
probably in front.
Fiblo likes to be near the middle.
I'm in the back documenting everything, and I trip over a log.
I'll be in the back.
Like, I'm trying to map this out as we go.
Getting
Right.
really sad about the manatee because I like water creature and it's distracting me. So I trip over the log first, and Lucius just doesn't realize there's a log there after I trip on it, and he trips on it.
Okay. All right. So funk, and probably like another loud cracking sound as Thorv steps on a branch. You hear the like occasional buzzing and flapping begin to escalate a bit and get a little bit closer.
Ugh.
And I think I'm gonna have to roll some initiative here.
Uh-oh.
Let's see.
Does it make a horrible noise each time I hit my mic?
It was pretty bad.
Sorry, I
heard
keep
that one, yeah.
I keep hitting on accident. I did too.
Don't worry.
I keep
Initiative
going
marker.
up to do the weird thing when you're pondering and you touch your chin for no reason.
Okay. Why is my initiative thing just not working?
Well, the
You're right.
turn order thing showed up. I don't know if that helps.
Yeah,
What?
I mean that
I
that
just
was
got rid
supposed to
of it, though.
happen, but
No,
But-
he has an automatic thing.
yeah, I have a
Well,
macro that like just rolls it. But I guess we'll have
Taylor
everybody.
said that they changed the sheets, so that might be.
That could be it. Okay. Well, I'll look into that later.
Oh, yeah.
But
That's
hold on.
weird.
Hold.
No,
Okay.
I
Fine.
just hit it just to see if it was a different roll.
Okay.
That's all.
Well,
I'm
anyway.
doing.
Here
Oh,
we
so-
are. So everybody, go ahead and click on your token, and then on your character sheet, hit initiative.
Ugh, now I have to pull up my character sheet.
You don't just have that out already?
I have two screens open, so it's on the other screen.
Hooray, I got a better initiative.
Oh god, fucking. Here we go.
Yeah, it looks like it is rolling a little different now than what it was.
Hey, I did a good roll.
Okay. So, order this. All right. So, that puts Lucius at the top, having just tripped over a log. So as you hear the flapping and buzzing and like slight chirping sounds getting closer to you guys, what are you doing?
I'm gonna stand up with half my movement,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna go. Can I squeeze between Cyrene and Fib, or Cyrene and Fib?
Like and stand there, or
No, I just want to get around to the other side.
yeah, you can do that.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Ah!
Ah. Is it like super loud?
My
He got eaten.
Oh. There we go. You changed
you
the
good?
music and it lagged me really badly.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and like the little edit token thing popped up and everything froze.
Right.
The music changed and then everything was fine again.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Scary. That's spooky.
So was that 4 or 5? Anyway, I want to be here.
1, 2. Okay, you can get exactly.
Okay, cool. And then I'm going to look over at yeah, they're within range. I'm gonna look over at this one, and I'm going to toll the dead. It's only a D8.
Toll the dead.
Yes.
Okay. Wisdom save. How wise is Lesturge feel? It is feeling 19 wise.
Jesus. Okay. It is 3 wise, 5 me. That'll end my turn, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fib.
Dun 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 dun. I cast Bane. A drop of blood? That's disgusting. Okay, I pull a little knife out and I nick my finger.
Okay.
And I rub it between my fingers. And I point at the 3 closest ones.
Okay, so like corner and then like top center and left center.
Yeah, what? Top center, and left center?
Like that one and that one.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's the good Bane thing?
13 saving throw.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's hold on.
Charisma.
Let's fail on one, and that is. Come on, why you no load?
It's
That's success on one and fail on one. So we'll go.
Isn't it up
Another
to
one?
It's 3.
It's 3.
Yeah, I already said that one failed, so I already marked
okay.
one.
Okay.
And then we've got another one that failed, and so, all right, got it. Cool. Anything else?
That is all.
All right. So now the Sturges. All right. They begin to fly through the woods in your direction.
Flap, flap.
Go away!
3, 4, 5, 6. So like right here.
Oh.
2. Oh, hold on. Before I go and move a bunch of them, I'm gonna move the one, and that one's gonna attack Tyranny. So that is.
Do I get an
Hmm.
opportunity attack on it going by me or no?
Yeah, actually.
No, and I'm gonna. Bad bug.
Yeah, it misses, unfortunately. Okay, so yeah, it gets to Tyranny, and 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That hits. Okay. So, the Sturge lands on you, and you see this, like, big proboscis emanating from, I guess what you could call its face, that it promptly, like, jams into you
Ew.
through, like, whatever gap it can find, and
Ew.
begins to...
That made it sound so much worse.
Yeah. Basically, it's mosquitoing you, right?
Okay.
It's a big fucking mosquito, and you take 4 points of piercing damage, and it's now considered attached to you.
Oh god.
I am going to
Panic.
do this. I'm pretty upset. I put on bug stuff and a bug hit me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's going to take thunder damage because I don't want to be electrocuted with it inside me, and I feel like that could happen.
Fair. All right. So yeah, and it needs to make a dex save or
14.
yeah. Okay. Okay. Dexterity. 18. So it takes half.
Yep.
Splat.
Woo!
It just it bites her and explodes.
Yeah, it bites her and gets zapped, and then it pops. And Sirenny, you have the strange sensation of having basically a water balloon full of your blood pop right in your
Oh my god.
face.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna pull it out of me.
Oh.
Okay.
How far does that blood fly?
Oh no.
There might be a little bit on fib.
No, God.
Well, now you have plenty of drops of blood.
Oh man.
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna just like pull the stinger out and stuff. Like that's not gonna stay.
Okay.
Oh god.
Cool. So that was one Sturge. Now we've got next one. That. You come up on. Let's see. We'll say
Oh,
this one.
Nasty.
This one attacks Fib.
Oh God.
So that is
AC is so little.
13 to hit.
That's a miss. Ha.
Okay.
Nice.
Get out of here, bitch.
That's
All right.
I hope it rolled a d4 and subtracted that.
It
Yeah. Yay!
did. All right.
That's
next
perfect.
one.
Look
'cause
out.
my AC is 14.
There you go. This one is going to attack Lucius.
That's you, Taylor.
Yeah.
That's a 15 to hit.
Yeah, that will hit.
Oh,
Okay.
we're also squishy.
So it
Mhm.
flies up and like attaches itself to Lucius, like stabbing through a portion of your cloak, and you take 5 points of piercing damage.
I'm sorry, a frickin' what was it? A 19 hit me.
Yeah, you should be.
Like-
Sinner.
Yeah, shame on you. Did you just
Yeah.
call her a sinner?
I did.
Because her AC is too low?
Yeah.
All
Her
right.
fault, somehow.
Hey, I have a cleric
Yeah.
with 20 AC, okay? So,
There you go.
Yeah.
Are they level 1?
Yes.
no, he's level 5. But he didn't get any AC boosts. He didn't get any AC boosts or busts. So,
Okay.
I feel
Scorn.
like that's
This
me.
is gonna attack you.
I'm gonna
That's a-
die. Here we go.
Oh, that would suck so bad. Just get one shot by a fucking Sturge.
I almost did.
It's alright.
It did
Okay.
half my health.
All right.
Well, how much damage did it do to you?
5.
Oh shit. Okay. No, this is a 13 to hit.
That misses.
Hey, we're doing well. We're doing well.
Hooray.
All right. Next
Thank God
one.
You. I'd have been
Yes.
unconscious.
All right. So this one is gonna have to decide between some options. This one's also going to attack Scorn.
Why? What a rude boy.
He can't get to me.
That's
Oh,
another
okay.
13.
That's another miss, coincidentally.
Funny how that works.
I just so happen to have the same AC. It's crazy.
What a coinky dink.
Fuck. Sorry, I just hit
What?
backspace.
Did you just cuss at us?
I cussed at me because I
Alright.
That is heckin' offensive.
Yeah, do not
Sorry.
cuss at us, you rude little boy.
I said I was cussing at me.
Oh,
I
alright.
guess-
Don't degrade
Don't-
yourself.
Don't
You're
cuss
right,
at my
yeah.
friend.
Me. I'm sorry. So sorry.
All right, so Thorv. One comes up and it's a 7 to hit.
No.
What the crap? He is the highest AC of us all.
Yeah, I got what, like 3 or 4 more coming after me.
Look out.
Next one, a 22 to hit.
I guess that one does.
Okay.
I
So
guess.
that is 5 points of piercing damage. As again, this flutters up and like sticks you with the proboscis. All right.
I don't like that word.
And then this one comes in, and that's a 15.
Nope.
Okay. And then we've got this other one that's just gonna like have to. I think it's gonna like double move to come in, kind of around the side. Can't attack this turn though. All right, Scorn.
Scorn He's going to take a book out of the classic Tree Hugger, and he's going to use Thunderstruck. No. Yeah, Thunder Wave. Right on these three, so right here.
What are you casting?
Thunder Wave. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thunderstruck.
Okay.
Big Thunderstruck.
Cool.
You roll.
So, yeah, is it half on a success?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then in that case, they are all splattered.
All right. You've been thunderstruck.
Oh.
All right. So yeah, just this trio of them just splatter into the bushes.
So yeah, Scorn like does his hand signs that he needs to do, and then he's just like foos, and he shoots out. Laura, guess what kind of reference that was?
Fuck you.
Wow.
And yeah, that's gonna be it for Scorn. He looks
All right.
pretty proud of himself.
Cool.
I'm so happy about this.
What? I'm not even gonna get a turn to attack. They're all gonna be dead before then.
Good.
Good, yeah.
All right. So Thorv, what are you doing?
I'm gonna hit the one in front of me with a sword.
Do it. Oh yeah, you hit it.
No damage though.
That's not set up right, is it?
Just click on where it says longsword two-handed, like in the chat there, and it'll
Yeah.
roll.
Oh,
Okay, easy. Splattered.
Nice.
bad bug.
This is going so much better than last week's encounter.
Isn't it though?
Yeah.
All right.
Don't get cocky though, you guys. Stay
Yeah.
Don't get penisy.
Exactly.
Indeed.
We are gods.
Ah! You're not Draxon. Calm down.
Nice.
That was a
nice.
joke just for John. You're
I get
welcome,
every
John.
reference you make.
No, you don't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
So was that it for Thorv though?
I think that's all I can do right now.
All right, Cyrene.
Okay. I am going to check this again. Okay. I am going to hold on to my necklace and cast Healing Word on Lucius.
Okay.
No, on Thorv.
Oh,
Because he
okay.
has more. Ooh.
Damn. All right.
And he gets back.
Yay.
I don't know how much you took, but you get 8 back.
Not 8.
And I'm going to bring out my mace and attack this one that's behind.
Okay.
I don't like it there.
Get him.
Do the
Get
thing.
him.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
And it goes flat.
Yeah. No. This is yeah. All
I
right.
don't like these things. They were messing with the sea creature. Or water creature. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Back to the top of the order with Lucius.
I'm gonna take a step here. And it wasn't changing music, it was the edit token thing keeps popping up and it screws me up.
Ew.
I'm going to I'll look at this one and I'm going to do the same thing that I did before. Toll the Dead.
Told it that.
That roll.
Okay.
I mean- Damage is damage.
Damage
I
is
think.
damage. It does fail, so it does take that 1 point of necrotic damage. It does not explode.
I'm just gonna hang my head.
There's just like the faintest like little tinkling bell sound. Ding.
Scorn looks at Lucius and just has this look of, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Does Scorn cuss?
His looks definitely cuss.
Yeah,
Oh,
only with his eyes.
Yeah.
He cusses his eyes.
Okay.
Well,
So is that it for Lucius?
Yeah, that's all I do.
All right, Fib.
Okay, so Fib. I need him to make a wisdom save. This one
which
right in
one
front
are
of
you?
me.
One in front of you. Okay.
You.
Wisdom save. It is 18 wise.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, she tries to insult it, but she's too grossed out by the blood. She just ugh, I don't like it.
Okay.
That's all. Look how trapped she is. She can't go anywhere.
All right. Cool. So.
Did he roll his 1d4? Oh, he's not. Wait, yeah, did he roll his 1d4?
Yeah.
Oh, alright. Oh, God! He rolled really high then.
Oh, wait. Actually, hold on. Sorry. Not for that, he didn't. So. Wait.
That's funny, because if you got an 18, then he still is going to
Yeah,
pass it no matter
it's
what.
true. It's true. But if it makes you feel any better, you did get a 4 on the D4.
Oh, yeah, that makes me feel better. Because that means I almost made it. So she didn't have such a horrible...
That's true. That's true.
She almost mocked him.
Yeah.
Okay. So then this same Sturge that needs to roll another D4 is going to attack somebody. Who's it going to attack? It's going to attack.
Not it.
It is going to attack Fib.
Oh, that's funny.
So
I just insulted it.
all right. So the base roll is a 17,
Okay.
but we got to roll that D4,
Uh-huh.
The suspense, you guys.
which brings it down to a 14.
Ah, it just hits me.
Okay. So that is 6 points of piercing damage
Oh!
as it mosquitoes you.
Wait, 6 points of damage? Oh my god, I only have 10 hit points though.
We're just babies. We can't do this.
I forgot that we're only level 1. We're only level 1, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's why I was
babies.
going around them.
Suddenly
I
the fear of
forgot.
death takes hold.
Yeah, I mean...
You'd think you would have that fear. But
Well, I forgot how baby we were.
we're like fresh out of the womb.
Yeah, I can't even walk yet.
Yeah.
I just mock.
Your head is still all weird shaped and stuff.
I need to wear a special hat so that my head doesn't get oval shaped.
All right. So the surge behind that one is going to attack Thorv. That's a 15 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. And then the one that had the tiniest of bells told on it is also going to attack Thorv, because here it is. Or here he is, I should say. That's a 16 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. You guys got off pretty easy that round. Scorn.
I'm gonna go ahead and whip that thing with a thorn.
That's 7 though.
Nice, which is enough, right?
It's not enough, unfortunately.
Okay.
You almost did good though.
In
Almost.
case anyone was wondering, I tried to whip that one.
Okay.
But that's all I got. So
All right, Thorv.
Aw.
Everyone fails.
oh no.
I don't think I have anything that fixes that yet.
I don't think you do. So yeah, swing and no, it's just not happening. Like maybe you hit it with the flat of the blade and it just like kind of flutters in the air and rights itself.
Stupid bugs.
Does it help that he would have done 11 slashing?
No.
Oh,
That hurts more because that's a lot.
Yeah.
It is. It's quite a bit. Okay. Serenity.
I'm gonna go after this one with my mace.
This one.
Each one.
Oh
No.
my god. Swing and a miss.
Oh, this is terrible.
Your friend is having her blood sucked from her body right before your very eyes.
Oh, well, I'm gonna try and heal her.
Okay.
Try to heal.
I'm giving you 6
I don't think
hit
there's a
points.
save. Oh, thank God.
Did you even record your damage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's on the
right.
other screen.
Oh, okay.
I could see it as long as I move my face because my name shows up.
Weird.
Okay.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. I was looking
So-
at my HP, which is nice.
Okay. So, Lucius.
This one. And
Okay.
Toll the Dead.
Totally dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
This is save. Fucking Sturge wisdom. That's a 17.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Why do you always roll so high to save?
It's just the wisdom saves in this fight. Like I think they all failed dex saves. Sturges are just very wise. It is known, apparently.
It is known.
Alright, well.
They are the
that's-
wisest of bug bats.
That's all I can do.
Okay. Fib.
Wow, I thought I wouldn't even get a second turn. I'm going to double check this because I actually think maybe I can't cast it. How intelligent do these guys?
I mean, like, they're wild animals that, I mean, they don't look very smart.
All right, I won't do that then. Okay, I guess I'll just freaking do. Oh my god! Okay, did he fail?
Okay, that's a 5.
Haha!
Yeah!
Okay,
One
so
damage.
I look at the one who has his needle in me and I go, "Oh, you can't get that any further in, huh?"
So that one is now taking 2 points of damage.
You just see a single tear roll down its eye.
Okay.
That's
So-
it for her.
Yeah, so then that brings us nicely into the Sturge's turn. So it's already got the proboscis like under your skin. So you feel this like draining as
Oh god.
yeah.
Oh, it's nasty.
All right.
Guys, I don't want to get one hit.
God, I have to
You
pee so bad, but my turn is up next.
you bleed for 7 points of damage.
Oh my
Holy
God,
shnikey.
that's why.
Okay, and yeah, so then the one behind that is let's see.
It must suck to take all that damage, Laura.
Yeah,
imagine.
it's a lot of damage for me to
So
take.
much damage, yeah.
Okay,
For you to
so
take, that would have one-shot me.
7? You're a liar.
I have 8 health max, and I have
Well,
3 right now.
Okay, so that
You would have
wouldn't.
been down.
Yeah, if you have 8 max, then it's literally impossible for you to die by getting 7 taken away.
Yeah,
Well,
so
I'm saying
shut up.
currently that would have just.
but that's not a one shot. Anyway. Okay. So this the one that's behind that one that's currently on Fib is going to try and fly
Ugh.
around, which means Thorv, if you want, you can try and take an opportunity attack.
Sure.
Good choice.
Stupid bugs.
Swing and a miss.
It's okay, we'll get there.
This one comes around here.
We're doing so good.
and is going
None
to
of us are
make an
dead yet.
attack on
Yeah.
Cyrene.
Look out!
That is a 17.
That hits.
Ah,
Okay.
I'm going
my
to angrily.
God.
Okay.
turn.
So, all right, you take 6 points of piercing damage,
Ow.
and it explodes.
This
They
coat
touch
is
me, they explode.
$2,700.
Okay, and then this bottom one in the corner, I think it's just going to attack Thor. So that is a 14.
Nope.
Okay. Cool. Scorn.
I throw him up the one next to Thor.
Do it.
12.
You try and you fail.
Okay, that's all I do.
Oh,
All right.
Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna try and get rid of the bug too.
Alright, be right back.
All right.
Hey, get the bug.
17 hits.
Nice good
Splat.
yay.
Okay. Dead. Cyrene.
no.
Swing and a miss.
I'm trying to get it out of Fib while swinging and trying not to hit her, and it's not going very well.
Just get it off! Get it off!
Yeah.
Okay. Lucius.
It's lagging.
Do-do-do.
There we go. Nope.
That 8.
Yep. No.
Okay. Swing and a miss. Fib.
Okay, here I go.
Here you go.
Ooh. Oh,
Oh
God.
boy. All right.
Oops, I cheated.
So yeah, you're like trying to get a good like point of contact on this thing, but it's just it's like turning around the proboscis like just to avoid your touch.
Oh, that
Okay.
was at disadvantage too. That wasn't smart of me.
Well, I mean it's first roll anyway, so
Yep.
okay. Which brings us to the last remaining Sturge. Okay. So since it's still draining Fib, you are going to take
Oh no, I should have.
7 points of piercing or bleeding damage.
Oh God. Okay, Fib puts her hand up to her forehead, dramatic, and she just faints.
Okay. So the Sturge is still on her, but as she like drops, it withdraws the proboscis and then begins to like fly. Yeah, it's just gonna begin to fly away. We could get opportunity attacks from Cyrene or Scorn, although I don't know if John's here at the moment.
I can hit
am
it.
here at the moment.
Avenge me!
I took
Alright.
my reaction. I can't hit it.
Ah, right, because
Oh.
of your. Yeah. Okay.
How dare you?
Is
I'll do
Scorn
it.
gonna do a thing? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so everybody tries and fails.
I should be able to, right?
It is a new round, so yes, yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
Bad
and-
bug.
There
Ah,
you go.
ah.
Was
There. Bug
Blood
dead.
splatters on everyone.
With a really like conspicuously large amount of blood just popping from this one. Okay. That being done, we are out of initiative.
Cast this.
Okay. Cool.
On Fib.
Yeah.
Really?
Fib doesn't do anything. She's unconscious.
Yeah. Okay.
Fib appears more stable.
There is that. All right. Well,
We should rest for a little. Like maybe until Fib wakes up.
We're just gonna take a long rest right here.
It's not gonna take you a long rest for you to wake up.
I'll say if you guys take a short rest, we can go ahead and just kind of hand wave it that Fib wakes up over the course of it. With,
Okay.
let's see. I mean, yeah, sure. We'll say you can like
Alright.
use hit dice and stuff. I'm not going to be too much of a stickler on this.
Thank you.
Okay.
I am back to full health.
Okay.
Can I? Oh, here we go. Oh, that's not bad.
Ooh, I rolled an 11.
Wow.
I'm good.
Good, because I needed 10.
Okay.
Okay, so Fib wakes up and like shakes her head and sees a huge like mark on her arm where all blood's come out. Just like ugh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, as she feels better as the swelling goes down and disappears.
Okay. Good stuff. So, yeah, that was that was an eventful morning. You guys, after taking some time resting up, continue on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the rest of your travel day goes by uneventfully. And you progress.
Okay.
So at this point, we do need to talk about rations, all that good stuff. So either we're gonna have to burn a spell on, Goodberry, water, all that stuff, or eat through some resources. So what do we still have on the table?
So, I have my background is an outlander,
Mhm.
which means that I can usually provide food for up to 6 people, food and water.
Okay, is there like an associated low DC check, or just generally like, barring extreme circumstances, you can do it?
Yeah, barring extreme circumstances, I can
Okay.
usually find enough food and water for 6 people.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, at least the food part you'd be able to handle. I mean, like, short of, finding a rain catcher somewhere, it would be hard to find untainted water. But the food part is easily done.
I mean, can we just boil the water?
You could do. I mean, it would have dead leeches in it.
We just pick them out. How big are the leeches?
Can I use this to kind of just pull the water out and leave the leeches there?
Let's see. I would say yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I just pull out the water and leave the leeches. And put them in our whatever, like a pot or something that we have to cook food.
Okay.
What? You put the
To boil
leeches
it.
in that?
No, the water. I leave the leeches in the river.
Oh, I
and
thought you
put
were.
the water in
Yeah,
I
me
thought you were
too.
meaning for us to like eat the leeches.
Throat leech risotto. Yum.
Yay!
No, I'm just leaving because I burned both my spells, so I'm using my cantrip to pull the leeches out of pull the water out of the leeches, I guess.
Okay. So, yeah, I think that handles everything then. Should be fine. You look at one.
Osaka's probably pretty happy that, we're this awesome. At least in getting food and stuff.
Yeah, she wasn't very helpful with those bugs.
Yeah.
I've talked
What
to
is
her
she even
about that.
doing? The only
Was
thing
she-
she's doing is giving John advantage.
I mean, yeah, basically.
Is she
mean, I
just
appreciate that.
hiding during
I wouldn't say she's hiding. Like, she is. She's certainly letting you guys go ahead. she's not actively like cowering or whatever, but it's kind of one of those situations where, look, I'm just the guide kind of thing.
She sounds like a coward.
She sounds like she doesn't want to die.
Whatever.
Same difference.
You can get Dothraki dice. That's pretty cool.
Told her she brought the dwarf. Dwarfs always like killing stuff.
Yeah. Fair enough.
All right. So,
I'm full.
same arrangement for watches at night.
I'd say so.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
I can take a watch too. If
Switch out with Thor then.
Alright.
You can see at night?
Yep, I get dark
Okay.
vision.
Okay, good.
I don't, so I'm with the Dawn.
Okay. Well, the night passes uneventfully. You guys get your long rest in.
I tried to find a
Yay!
tall tree to climb.
Okay. You find a tall tree. Go ahead and try to climb it with an athletics check.
Oh no.
You fall on your ass.
I am much less graceful than I was last time.
Yeah, a little bit. So yeah, you're like trying to climb the tree, and you get maybe like 5 to 10 feet up, and the branch that you're hauling yourself up onto just snaps, and yeah, you fall on your butt.
And Scorn is looking down at you as if, like, you know how like a cat will be sleeping and have its eyes like half open. That's how he's looking, just like you, pitiful creature. Like,
I look pretty
Ernest,
pitiful. Eh.
Fib just sits at the base of the tree again with that smug look on her face.
Okay.
I just find a nearby soft-looking bush and I just kind of lay in it.
Whoa, what?
Yeah. Like, as long as
Okay.
it's not like a prickly bush, I'll find like something that's kind of soft to just lay down in it, like a memory foam bed.
I don't think
I'm
that's how
being-
bushes work.
I sleep on my bed because I'm smart enough to bring a bedroll.
Nice.
All right. Yeah. So everybody's good. If you haven't, fixed up all your stuff on the character sheets, go ahead, get
I
your
can't believe
HP.
I wasted my hit die for that.
Well, you get it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Besides, you could have had another encounter that day. You never really know. This is the thing.
Oh, it's scary.
So, yeah. All right. So it's like 10 now. Do you guys want to stop now, or you want to go till like 10:30? What do you think?
I'm fine with whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm good with whatever.
Okay. Let's go a little bit longer then.
Alright.
So, we need to make a navigation check. So let me handle that.
Oh, I thought that
Yeah,
was...
I'm gonna do it just so that way, like, if it's a total failure, then you guys don't actually know you're lost until you finally succeed. But
Great.
yeah, so it's
Great.
advantage and a +5, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Doing the thing. All right, and so you continue deeper into the jungles of Chult, and as you do, the weather begins to darken.
Oh, I'm putting on insect
I like
stuff before we leave.
Okay.
Same.
Yes.
As the day wears on, strong winds begin to blow in and just basically begin shaking most of the trees that you're walking around. Luckily, you're getting to a point where there's a little bit of shelter from the elements. You're kind of getting at least a bit under the canopy. because you can hear just beyond the tree line like sheets of rain coming down. It's thundering. You see the flash of lightning every once in a while across the sky. But as far as encounters, nothing happens today. And so you advance.
Guys, we did it.
I will, when we get to camp, burn a spell for everyone to get never leech touched water.
Okay,
There you go.
cool.
I have 10 gallons of clean water.
Cool. That is enough. All right, and food is a non-issue. So, let's see. Yeah. Unless anybody has anything they'd like to do,
Nah.
we move on into the night. So, once again, the night passes without any issue. And I'm going to roll another navigation check. Advantage. It's 5. Okay. So, now fully removed from the Bay of Chult, you are really starting to feel like you're getting into the jungle proper. You travel through the morning relatively uneventfully. It is still raining pretty heavily, but the winds have died down, so it's considerably more manageable.
Bug stuff.
What?
Huh?
Bug stuff. I'm putting bug,
Bug
stuff.
stuff.
Oh,
Or bug
okay.
stuff.
I ain't hear. I did not hear bug stuff.
Okay. So yeah, you go through the morning, through the afternoon, and make camp along the river. And it is once you have made camp that you hear somewhere just a little bit downriver, actually upriver, sorry, because you are traveling upriver, a series of loud splashes. And then silence.
I'll send my hummingbird.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Is that mine or or his?
Do we have a sheet for him?
I don't know.
'Cause I don't think hummingbirds are statted out. So let's go ahead and just have you roll.
Okay. Perception.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Okay. Yeah, you send the hummingbird up, and you don't see anything out of the
Stratos.
ordinary up ahead.
I'll relay. I think it's nothing.
I-
Just in... Sorry. continue.
There's no way nothing makes splashing sound. You simply not see it.
Like it could have been a fish.
Some
Well, I
fish
guess
can kill.
a throat leech jumping. Probably not.
I'm definitely still very much on guard.
Okay.
Yep, I'm gonna be very cautious.
Yeah. I am too. I'm just gonna use my cantrip again for shape water. Or yeah, move water.
Okay.
Yeah, shape water.
Yeah, I got you.
The water cantrip.
Yeah.
All right. Food and water are taken care of. Those of you on watch, I would like perception checks.
Or this
the
one's yours.
Watch or all
Oh.
the watch.
Well,
I thought you just meant all the watches.
so yeah, I mean, let's see. So we had it set up so that Cyrene has like last watch,
Huh?
Right.
When it's getting light out.
Yeah. So
I
then
can see.
Fib would be first.
Lucius.
Well,
Okay.
no, I
Myra.
tagged you in,
Yeah.
so I took watch last night.
Or is it
I guess.
Scorn? Do you switch out with Scorn?
Probably. I don't have night vision either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then
I'll
I
take
guess
that one.
Thorn always gets a full night.
Okay. So
He can stay up with me in the dawn if you want.
I mean, yeah, he's more than willing to take a watch.
I mean, I just have I'm up at the dawn anyways. I'm always up with dawn.
I guess he'd get up with you to keep watch with you.
Okay. Does that give me advantage on perception then?
sure.
Not that I really need it, but
I apparently do.
yeah, I will keep my 22.
Okay. So
I mean, technically we can have 2 people on all of certain, except Fibs. Or we can have people tag on
Fib
Fibs too.
doesn't need any help.
Yeah, exactly. So
all right. So
that's why I'm saying like. Oh yeah.
during Cyrene's watch, well, Cyrene, you
Me
see,
and Scorn are
yeah,
chilling together. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I was just saying is that Thor and Lucius can both share a watch too, if they want, or they can just sleep through. And
Who can share a watch?
Thorv and Lucius.
okay. So during Cyrene's watch, or Cyrene and Scorn's watch, or however you want to look at it, you see movement in the water. Gradual, but after
I kind of silently show Scorn
yeah,
movement.
and after like a minute or so, I mean, it becomes evident that it's clearly calculated, moving in your general direction.
So I whisper, shout down to Cyrene, like, wake the others up quickly. Since I'm
I-
in a tree and you're not, so. But I'm working my way back down the tree.
I start with whoever's closest to me.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
stepping
and
right
I
up
think
to the tree.
I think having noticed, and this not being an immediately urgent thing, you guys could probably all be awakened if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, let's wake up everyone.
Okay. In the meantime, yeah, the movement of what you may have at one point thought was a log, but are now pretty sure is, I don't know, perhaps a river-dwelling crocodile, begins to grow pretty close. We're talking like 10 to 15 feet from the riverbank. But it doesn't seem to think that it's there yet.
I'd like to use produce flame and throw a little ball of fire at him. See if he just runs off.
At the same
Oh,
time,
I
wanna
thought we
catch-
could.
I was gonna say, I want to cast Witch at it.
Can I cast Chill Touch then?
You want to touch it?
Yeah, you're gonna have to touch it.
Chill Touch. It's a spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
We're
it's
attacking
still
it.
it's a melee spell attack though. Is the thing you want to run up to a
it's
crocodile?
range-
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, not like shocking grasp or whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's probably. Yep. Okay. My bad.
I
Cool.
guess I'll shoot a crossbow at it.
So like everybody on the riverbank just 3, 2.
I mean,
One.
I
can
would like
shoot
to
a
eat some
crossbow.
crocodile.
I want to keep my bolt for my crossbow. So, are we
Okay.
keeping track of those, Eric?
No, I'm
Okay.
not. There's a
Well-
lot of nitpicky stuff in this, but that's not going to be one of those things.
Okay, well
Okay,
then I'll
I'll shoot
shoot at
mine.
it with a crossbow too.
Okay. So everybody, go ahead and make your attack.
Actually, yeah, I'll
2 damage.
Ugh. Didn't work.
Okay.
I did not. I guess I probably should have figured out what it was. Can I change my mind and try and figure out what it
There we
is?
go.
I mean, I think everybody else is still shooting it.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. Sure. So let me handle the attacks.
Yeah.
All right. So Fib hits. Thorv hits.
Skip my first one.
Wait. Wait, what now?
Just skip that first like description one. I did an actual.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Fib hits, Thorv hits, Lucius hits, and Scorn hits. Okay. So yeah, it's just and like an explosion of flame and arcane energy and everything, and it just like detonates / perforates the crocodile, and you see it like float up to the top and kind of go belly up and just begin coasting downstream.
Yeah, I want to. Oh no, it's floating away.
I cast Thorn Whip to bring it back.
Yes.
I just cast my cantrip and move it closer
Okay.
because I can change the
Just-
flow of the water.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just like water conveyor belt it to you. Okay. Cool. And Scorn still has to like Indiana Jones that shit. So,
Hell yeah.
all right. So yeah, you haul up the now very dead crocodile.
I want to harvest it. So I want to. I want to. How long is it gonna take to like skin it?
Take a while.
Well, I'm
Here.
harvesting some of its teeth and adding that into my beer.
I mean, we can probably have multiple people to do it because
For-
it's probably not short.
Not quite what?
Short.
Oh yeah. For the first time since we've met, Fib gives Scorn an approving when he takes the teeth.
Scorn smiles in a sassy way.
Oh. Well, I do want to skin this thing. I want to get some alligator skin boots if we have to go back into town. And we can also have alligator food for a while.
Yeah, I harvest it for the meat.
Okay. So I guess so Scorn is at least taking part in this in some way. So I was gonna call for a survival check. Maybe we have Scorn make it at advantage for the group.
Hooray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does not
16
matter.
or 16.
All right. So yeah, you guys are able to harvest a decent amount of meat and skin. Scorn gets all the little bits and pieces that he would like from the crocodile, and yeah, I mean, I would say basically you're looking at without the means to refrigerate it, probably like 2 days of food from the crocodile.
Oh, well, how much? I mean, I have some time left on my watch. I was gonna start turning it into jerky so it lasts longer.
Ah, okay. So Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, I think time is the constraint more than anything else. Then,
Yeah.
if you're gonna jerky it, then maybe you can get it up to like, say, 5 days
Cool.
for the group of basically rations, but they're crocodile rations.
So, how many crocodile rations is that?
All things considered, for everybody in the group, that would be 5 days times 5 people, so 25 rations of
Nice.
crocodile meat.
Nice.
Okay, I will hold on to it.
Okay. Yeah, and I mean, I guess Fib, you can just put crocodile skin, in your inventory. We'll say like, I mean, so you're going for boots. It's not going to be like super heavy. So I don't know, like
Who has a bag of holding?
not
I
any
think
of your
we have
broke ass.
money.
Alright, I'll put potential alligator skin boots.
Okay. All right. Cool. That being resolved, the rest of the night passes uneventfully, and yeah, you guys are able to continue on your way. And I'm gonna make one more survival check to see, navigation-wise, how we're doing.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Advantage +5. All right. Yeah. Again, still continuing down the Ocean Star. The
Actually making
weather.
progress.
Yeah. The weather is still kind of slowly letting up.
Ooh,
It's-
bug stuff.
Yeah, bug stuff.
Bug stuff.
Cool. The day goes by without incident. You continue down the river.
I'd say at this point, Scorn is asking about this bug stuff people keep putting on because this has not been explained to him. Although maybe Azaka explained it to him at some.
Yeah, I think that would be fair. Yeah.
But he would ask like, I ask for this bug protection, and I keep guiding. I keep giving food. Is fair?
Didn't Tree Hugger have some on him?
Yeah, he did actually.
He did.
We sure would probably have gotten that.
Okay, let's go back.
I will give him some bug stuff.
Wasn't he carrying somebody's too? No.
Not mine.
Okay.
I think he
Didn't-
offered to.
Oh, okay.
I thought Scorn just took everything off of Tree Hugger.
Yeah.
No, he only grabbed the basically his arcane focus or druidic focus.
Yeah.
That's the only thing he took off. Yeah,
So that's a thing.
because he knew that Tree Hugger wouldn't have a bunch of money that needed to be used. He knows Tree Hugger doesn't really care about money.
Ugh.
Okay.
Anyways, I will give you some bug stuff.
Cool.
I thank you. I thank you.
I hand you 10 days of bug stuff
All right.
so that you can put it on at your discretion.
All right.
Alright. Thank you.
So, this next day, after, basically a full day uninterrupted travel and a nice, long, peaceful night's sleep, you get going, and it's probably like an hour or so into the day, as you are continuing on down the road, and Bless you.
Sorry.
Whoa, that like echoed. That was crazy.
It's because of being in the same.
Yeah, it was like a 3D sneeze.
So, walking down the riverbank for an hour or so into the day, and suddenly you hear like a number of like a number of roughly human-sized things like impacting on the ground.
Oh.
A ways into the woods, but you hear some activity, and it does seem to be coming your way. Like you hear just a bunch of them, and then there's like a pause, and then you hear the same sounds but a little bit closer.
Fib wants to climb a tree.
I will also climb a tree.
I'm gonna go with.
Can I
I'm
use
gonna try.
acrobatics?
Okay. Anybody who wants to try and climb, make. Well, yeah, we'll say athletics or acrobatics.
Oh. Oi. We
Okay.
suck at climbing trees.
Apparently, except Scorn, and Philip does all right. The rest of you, though, I'm gonna say you probably don't actually manage to get up into a tree.
Is there like a big bush or something, or like?
Yeah. There's plenty of like foliage that you could kind of dive into for cover, or
Yeah, I'm gonna jump into a bush.
Yeah, I did that.
okay.
I jumped
Hiding.
into the same bush that Torf did.
I jumped into a different bush, 5 feet, 10 feet away.
I'm just realizing, like,
I am not very good at it.
oh god, how do you have a -2 to your what is your stealth? Or your-
-2.
I mean, what is your?
Yeah, wait a minute.
How is that even possible?
My dex is 7.
Holy shit.
We've been over this. I told you I am not stealthy.
Then
at
don't
all.
make stealth check.
What else am I supposed to do? Stand in the middle of the river and wait for the thunking to
anything
kill me?
Is better than that. Make a stealth check like I did, a 13.
She's got a good point.
Okay, I did it. 14.
Alright, good.
So, yeah, those of you who climbed a tree, go ahead and make a perception check. Okay. So Thorv, you peek out into the jungle, and everything seems still for a minute, and then you see like rapid movement of bushes and foliage as something comes like leaping out of one of them. Not really in any particular direction, just sort of out and kind of into your field of view. It is a large, yellow, speckled frog, about the size of a person. Then another one, and another one, and 3 more.
Jesus.
So you're looking at half a dozen giant frogs leaping their way across the jungle. And they continue advancing in your direction. Hopping, kind of slowly, erratically, until one of them, like, lands, like, right next to the bush that Cyrene is hidden in. And you just see it kind of, like, quickly just turn its head over and look straight at Cyrene.
I wave and say hi.
I thorn whip it.
You thorn whip it?
Yeah.
Okay. So just and then thorn whip. And you hit the giant frog, which is going to incite a combat encounter that we'll get to next time.
Alright. Do I need to roll damage now?
Yeah, let's go ahead and handle that. Hey.
Hells yeah.
All right. Cool.
And now here's a question that you
Uh-huh.
can kind of think about throughout the next week. Since I'm up in a tree, if I pull things 10 feet towards me, do they then fall and take 1d6 of fall damage?
Something to think about.
Hmm. We'll see. We'll see.
But yeah. So hey, good job, guys. We made it through a session with